the home of Tennessee's best newscast. This is News Channel 11 This Morning.
Good morning, and thanks for waking up with News Channel 11 and ABC Tri-Cities this morning. I'm Justin Soto. We want to get right to our top story this morning. President Trump has declared today a national day of prayer for those impacted by Hurricane Harvey. It's a storm that slammed into the Texas coast just over a week ago, leaving the country's fourth largest city underwater. And joining us live now from Lakewood Church in Houston is CNN's Omar Jimenez. Omar, what's the latest on the recovery from this devastating storm?
File into Joel Osteen's church here. Throughout the week, they've taken in people who need help and shelter, also provided evacuees with supplies, though some say their doors weren't open soon enough. Regardless, floodwaters in the area are starting to recede, but there's still more work to be done.
A city still underwater. Houston continues to recover over a week after Harvey slammed into Texas.
Hello, everybody.
Saturday, the city played host to the president as part of Trump's second visit to the state, this time meeting with evacuees at a Harvey Relief Center.
Really, I think people appreciate what's been done. It's been done very efficiently, very well, and that's what we want.
Elsewhere in the city, a new evacuation order. This one mandatory for close to 300 residents on the west side who stayed in their flooded homes.
There comes a time when you have to exercise good common sense, and this is one time when you have to put person over property.
To the east in Beaumont, water remains an issue, but not just because of the flooding. The high waters knocked out two of the city's water pumps days ago, leaving residents without drinking water.
We are not at the finish line, but we've undoubtedly regained a second win.
Temporary pumps are in place, but even with that water, residents are being recommended to boil what they use.
There is going to be periodic interruptions in our water service. There's going to be, the pressure's going to go up and down.
Heading into Labor Day, the region continues to try and get back to a sense of normal. Houston schools saying they'll be ready to open by September 11th. The Astros kept running the bases Saturday night. And as donations continue to pour in, many residents, now evacuees, still wonder what the future holds in hopes of one day being able to return home.
And looking back at the week, over 27 trillion gallons of rainwater fell on Texas and Louisiana, and more than 72,000 people were rescued. Here at the church, services are expected to begin at 8:30 local time this morning with worship throughout the day. Reporting live from Lakewood Church in Houston, I'm Omar Jimenez.
CNN's Omar Jimenez reporting live for us in Houston this morning. Thank you, Omar. We appreciate it. And we want to get now to our local weather. We have meteorologist Victoria Cavalieri standing by for conditions in our area. Good morning, Victoria.
Good morning, Justin. That's right. We do have some nice weather on tap for the day today, a good reprieve from the wet weather we saw yesterday. Right now, temperatures in and around the area are in the upper 50s, low 60s. It's 60 degrees at Tri-Cities Airport, 59 in Gray, 59 in Churchville, and 60 in Kingsport. Most places are seeing some clouds in sight as you start your day this morning. 58 degrees in Clintwood, 59 in Wise, and 56 in Richlands. Now, we are also watching some patchy fog. Take a look at that map. Not most of it is not in our immediate area, but if you're planning on doing any traveling today near the Morristown, Knoxville area, even up towards Jackson, they're seeing some pretty dense fog, and so make sure that if you're heading that way, you're going to drive with some caution. We are also getting reports, though, of some fog near our area as well, so low-level fog as you start your day today. That, of course, is due to the rain that we saw yesterday. I'll have more on exactly what you can expect, though, for your day today, and if we stay dry through Labor Day coming up in just a few minutes. But for now, back to you at the desk, Justin.
Thanks, Victoria. We appreciate it. And on to our local headlines now this morning. Investigators in the Tri-Cities are still searching for the person who pulled the trigger in a deadly shooting in a supermarket parking lot. That shooting happened Friday afternoon at the Walmart on Volunteer Parkway in Bristol, Tennessee. Police identified the victim as 43-year-old Michael Heatherly. They tell us Heatherly was shot while he was getting into his car. Investigators have named 2 persons of interest in the case, but as of their latest update, no arrests have been made or charges filed. They did tell us they believe this was a targeted shooting and that there's no danger to the public. The Bristol, Tennessee Police Department continues to ask for your help in solving this case. If you have any information about the shooting, you're asked to give them a call. You can reach them at that number or that email address on your screen. And dozens of people gathered in Gray on Saturday to honor a local high school student who was killed in a car crash earlier this year. In February, Daniel Boone High School student Justin Rose lost his life in a car crash. He was just 16 years old. Family and friends organized a fundraiser in his memory called Roundup for the Roses. It took place at the Appalachian Fairgrounds and included a cattle show, games, booths, clothing for sale, a kid zone, and more. One of Justin Rose's best friends tells us she grew up showing cattle with Justin.
I feel really honored to be able to do this for Justin because I know that this was his passion and this is something that, just made him smile, and it gave Justin something to do.
And donations were gathered at the event on Saturday. The proceeds will go to the Rose family to help cover medical costs and anything else they may need. And members of a local government employee union are calling on the Veterans Administration to fill several thousand job vacancies at VA locations nationwide. Members of the American Federation of Government Employees held a rally in Johnson City on Saturday. They're calling on the VA to fill over 49,000 vacancies across the country. They say such understaffing is a threat to veterans' health care. We spoke to some of the people at the rally. Some of them told us they just want to ensure veterans get the care they deserve. And the AFGE represents employees at VA locations across the country. It is the largest federal employee union, representing around 700,000 federal government employees. And good news for those who have plans to travel today or tomorrow in the volunteer state. The Tennessee Department of Transportation says it is halting all lane closures for the holiday weekend. TDOT says they are postponing the closures in order to make Labor Day travel as smooth as possible. But even though they won't be closing any lanes today or tomorrow, TDOT says that workers may still be present at some construction sites. They advise motorists to use caution when traveling through active road work zones. If you haven't made your way to Wetlands Water Park in Jonesboro yet this summer and you still want to, you need to hurry up because time is quickly running out. The water park will only be open for 2 more days this summer. On Monday, it will close for the 2017 season. Today, Wetlands will be open from noon to 6 p.m. On Monday, the park will offer special last day pricing. Admission will be just $6 per person, while kids 3 and under will be able to get in for free. Wetlands will be open from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. tomorrow. After that, you'll have to wait until next year. And happening today in Kingsport, a comedy favorite at the Lamplight Theater. The Foggy Valley Gang will present Foggy Went a Courtin'. It's a humor-filled production that showcases the Gooden family as they search for true love and romance. That's happening today at the Lamplight Theater at 140 Broad Street in downtown Kingsport. Admission is a suggested donation of $10 for adults, $5 for students, and free for children 5 and younger. Today's show will kick off at 3 o'clock this evening, and if you can't make today's performance, no worries. Just visit their website for a list of future presentations. And a developing story overnight, North Korea is at it again. The rogue state carried out yet another test. We have the latest details coming up after the break.
And right now we're seeing some patchy fog in our area. I'll let you know just how long this fog is going to last and what you can expect for the rest of your day today, coming up in just a few minutes.
Now, Storm Team 11 meteorologist Victoria Cavalieri.
Good morning. Right now you're taking a live look over Johnson City. Still pretty dark outside and the sun is not expected to rise for about another hour or so. But the good news is that we are going to see some sunshine for your day today. Take a look at our temperatures. Right now it's 59 degrees in Johnson City, 59 in Gray, and 59 in Churchill. Most places are seeing some clouds in sight. It's also 58 in Big Stone Gap, 58 in Clintwood, and 58 in Honaker. Now, as we continue our forecast for the day today, we are watching some fog in our area. Take a look near Knoxville as well as near the New Tazewell area. They are seeing some pretty significant fog. There's also some fog near Jackson. So if you're planning on doing any traveling for your day today, we'll just make sure to take it slow this morning. Definitely some dense fog in our area. Right now, though, the radar is pretty quiet. That rain that we saw for the day yesterday has moved out of our area. Great news, of course, because I know some fans at the game yesterday were a little upset with that rain. The good news, though, is that today is trending drier. Take a look at these temperatures. By about 9 a.m. we're looking at temperatures in the mid-50s. Still some clouds in sight and the chance that you could still see some fog, but we will quickly warm up to temperatures in the upper 70s, low 80s for your day today. I think it's going to be a really nice day, especially in the afternoon hours. By about 7:30 we're still seeing temperatures near 70 degrees, and for Labor Day tomorrow we're starting out with temperatures in the upper 50s, but a little more sunshine for the day tomorrow due to some high pressure. That's going to keep us dry, and we're going to see temperatures in the mid-80s for your day tomorrow. So if you got any outdoor plans, definitely do them for your day tomorrow. No reason to make any sort of adjustments there. For the day on Tuesday, we are also trending relatively dry, but I did put in about a 40% rain chance. That is due to this front. You can see it approaching our area for the day on Tuesday. By about noontime, still not seeing much wet weather in the forecast, but as the evening hours come in, we do start to see some more scattered showers and storms for Tuesday. This front, though, does look like it's going to pass through really into the overnight hours on Wednesday, and then it kind of sits there for Wednesday, so that means we're going to see more rain in the forecast for your day on Wednesday and much cooler temperatures as that front makes its way through. Now, here's your day planner for the day today. As you can see, we'll start out with some fog, then by about noontime keep it at 71 degrees, eventually warming up to 78 degrees with a little more sunshine by about 5 o'clock. For the day today, though, high of 80 degrees, fog to clouds, then some PM sunshine. You're going to see all the different kinds of weather for your day today except the rain, which of course is good news. Overnight tonight, low of 56 degrees, still cool with mostly clear skies. Tomorrow, I think, is the best day of the week, high of 84 degrees, a great Labor Day forecast. Now take a look at our 7-day. You will notice that temperatures are going to drop off after the approach of that front. On Wednesday, we see about a 70% chance for scattered showers, not rain all day, but definitely going to see some wet weather for your day on Wednesday, lingering into Thursday morning. That'll cool our temperatures off to the low 70s as highs. So enjoy the nice weather you're going to see today, Justin. I know you like that sunshine.
Yes, I love the sun. Looks pretty nice today, right?
Yeah,
you know, partly cloudy kind of situation, yeah. 80 degrees, not too bad, not too hot, not too cold.
Yeah, and then the warm up for tomorrow, which is going to be, I think, the best day of the week.
Good, that's awesome. And Labor Day, I mean, people probably have all kinds of plans.
Exactly.
And that seems like the perfect day to do whatever you want, really,
yeah,
right?
Definitely. Definitely looks like a great day for your day tomorrow.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Victoria. We appreciate it. And breaking news overnight, North Korea says it has successfully tested a hydrogen bomb. State television announced the news earlier this morning, not long after a strong earthquake was detected near a nuclear test site. Seismic data from the U.S. Geological Survey showed an explosion caused a 6.3 magnitude tremor in the region. Pyongyang's last nuclear test only triggered a 5.3 magnitude earthquake. The blast came hours after North Korea claimed to have a new hydrogen bomb and released photos showing North Korean leader Kim Jong-un inspecting what is believed to be the device. State media claims it can be loaded onto an intercontinental ballistic missile. This is North Korea's 6th nuclear test. And just before that test, President Donald Trump spoke with Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe by phone Saturday about North Korea. The White House says the two leaders discussed ongoing efforts to maximize pressure on North Korea and reaffirmed the importance of close cooperation between the United States, Japan, and South Korea. A massive brush fire in California is being called the biggest fire by acreage in the history of the city of Los Angeles. Take a look at this video from overnight. The La Tuna fire was just 10% contained Saturday night and has already consumed more than 5,800 acres. Around 800 firefighters are currently fighting that blaze there. You can see mandatory evacuations have been ordered for parts of Los Angeles, Glendale, and Burbank. So far, the fire has burned 3 structures. The cause of the fire is unknown at this time. And we're tracking another fire on the West Coast as well. This fire in Oregon. Dozens of hikers are trapped on a trail because of a wildfire. Officials say the fire is burning about 50 to 100 acres. It shut down the Eagle Creek Trail and campground in Cascade Locks. An estimated 140 hikers were still on the trail as the blaze ravaged the area. Rescuers are trying to take them down the mountain through a different trail. The fire has also forced officials to close hundreds of connecting trails. And Saturday, more than 100 protesters gathered outside the Salt Lake City Police Department, calling for justice for University of Utah nurse Alex Wubbles, who was arrested after she refused to draw blood from an unconscious patient. Lisa Nico reports.
What do we want? Justice for Alex! And what do we want? Now!
If he violated law, he needs to be held accountable.
More than 100 people, like this college student, gathered outside the Salt Lake City Police Department Saturday in protest.
I'm a student. I got my bachelor's in sociology, and I'm working on my master's in criminal justice, so I can see these issues from multiple perspectives.
Just one day after the mayor and chief of police apologized for the actions of Jeff Payne, who's seen here wanting University of Utah nurse Alex Wubbles to draw blood from an unconscious person and then arrested her when she refused on her patient's behalf.
I think the officer was clearly out of line.
Utahns Against Police Brutality gathered in protest.
She was following policy. She was doing exactly what she should do, protecting the rights of someone who was unconscious.
Group organizer Dave Newland says his protesters believe Nurse Wubbles did the right thing.
The police need to be reined in, and the people need to be in charge of the police.
Newland believes the July 26th incident was just one of many cases of police brutality in Salt Lake City.
So we want a law passed in Salt Lake City and then ideally statewide that says that elected officials will be responsible for controlling the police.
There needs to be justice in this case.
The U.S. has ordered the Russians out. The Russians were ordered to vacate the consulate in San Francisco, as well as trade offices in Washington and New York. Devin Faheli reports from California.
From Skyzone 5, the Russian flag could still be seen billowing high atop the consulate in San Francisco. Even though on the ground, Russian diplomats were carrying boxes out of the building after the Trump administration ordered the consulate to shut down.
I think these two big governments should not play tit for tat with one another.
The closure comes amid growing tensions between the U.S. and Russia. But curious neighbors who came to check on the situation today wonder if it's anything more than empty saber rattling.
It's ridiculous that they are so stuck in their corners of animosity when the world needs help.
The skies above the consulate were clear today, a dramatic difference from 24 hours earlier, when thick black smoke was seen rising from the chimney, a sign security analysts say of sensitive documents likely being burned before the building was turned over. Among its many functions, the consulate issued tourist visas for people looking to travel to Russia, an important service that is part of the larger fallout from the fraying U.S.-Russia relationship.
I don't think it's right, because I think it's leaving a lot of people, especially maybe people who have families or who, have lived in the United States and need to go elsewhere. They're not able to go anywhere now.
After the break, we'll take a look at medical headlines, including new data from the CDC on America's obesity problem. That's next on News Channel 11. Stay with us. On today's Medical Watch, new data from the Center for Disease Control shows American adults are still struggling with obesity. According to that data, all 50 states had more than 1 in 50 adults with obesity. The least obese state was Colorado, with just over 22% of adults being obese. Meanwhile, West Virginia was listed as most obese at just under 38%. The data also shows that 5 states, Alabama, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and West Virginia, now have more than 35% of adults with obesity. And the aftermath of Hurricane Harvey will impact southeast Texas for years to come. But before cleanup can begin, the water has to recede. That water carries with it a variety of physical and mental challenges. Health officials have officially declared the flooding in southeast Texas a public health emergency. Floodwater isn't just rain. It often contains sewage and chemicals, along with sharp or dangerous objects. It can also carry diseases that can cause stomach problems and diarrhea. And you don't have to drink it or even be in it. Just using an item that has been submerged in floodwater can make you sick. Exposure can also increase a person's risk for skin rashes, ear, nose, and throat problems, and conjunctivitis. Floodwater can also cause open wounds to become infected. After the water recedes, doctors often see an uptick in patients with respiratory infections due to the presence of mold, which grows quickly in warm, damp environments and can exacerbate asthma or trigger allergies. And next on News Channel 11, on today's edition of Jill on Money, Jill takes a look at Harvey recovery efforts and how that's going to affect the government's pocketbook. That's next. Welcome back. On today's Jill on Money, Jill Schlesinger takes a look at the cleanup and rebuilding efforts after Hurricane Harvey and what that means for the federal government's finances. With more, here's Jill.
As the Gulf Coast prepares to clean up and rebuild after Harvey, many are wondering if FEMA's finances are up to the task. One of the agency's primary concerns is the National Flood Insurance Program, which currently owes $24.6 billion to the Treasury. Harvey-related claims could push it deeper into the red and towards its borrowing limit of just over $30 billion. That's an event that would require congressional action. Nearly all flood policies are underwritten by the government's program, which was established in 1968 after private insurers left the market because of large and unpredictable losses. Homeowners must live in a designated flood zone in order to purchase insurance through the program. Unfortunately, for those who are not covered, which is the majority of those impacted by Harvey, most standard homeowners policies cover structural and water damage only in limited circumstances, like when a falling tree knocks a hole in a roof, allowing rain to fall inside. Those who don't carry flood insurance will likely need federal assistance in some form in order to rebuild. Although details have not yet been released, affected people in the region should check with disasterassistance.gov to learn about programs as they are announced. In New York, I'm Jill Schlesinger.
Thanks, Jill. And now we have meteorologist Victoria Cavalieri here with us. Victoria, what's the latest on the weather out there today? Foggy out there right now, right?
Definitely foggy right now as you start your morning this morning, Justin. But the good news is we're not going to see rain for the day today or really tomorrow.
Awesome.
So good holiday forecast coming up. I love when I can give people good news on the holidays. And we are going to see a high of 80 degrees today, a mix of sun and clouds. We'll see more clouds in the morning hours, eventually making their way into sunshine by the afternoon. For today tomorrow, 84 degrees, a lot more sunshine in the forecast. That's due to some high pressure that's going to build in our area. Tuesday is not trending that bad as well. 40% chance for some wet weather. It looks like though those showers and storms would come later in the afternoon on Tuesday as a pretty strong cold front approaches our area. Look at that temperature change from Tuesday to Wednesday, a 10-degree drop, all due to that front, and that front is going to serve to keep our temperatures cooler for the end of the week. But really your wet weather days, I'd say, are Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So at least not the whole week. We don't have rain icons all week, Justin,
okay,
so
good. Monday looks awesome, like you've been saying since yesterday. So looking forward to some Labor Day fun that day.
Me too.
Well, thanks, Victoria. We appreciate it. And more news and weather coming your way after the break. Stay with us.
The home of Tennessee's best newscast. This is News Channel 11 This Morning.
Good Sunday morning. It's September 3rd, 2017. Thanks for waking up with News Channel 11 and ABC Tri-Cities. You're taking a live look over Johnson City right now. As you can see, the fog looks like it's dissipating, and hopefully it stays that way for the rest of your day. And good morning again. I'm Justin Soto. Our top stories are just ahead, but first we want to check in with meteorologist Victoria Cavalieri for a quick look at our weekend forecast. Victoria, how's that fog looking out there?
Yeah, you're right, Justin. The fog does look like it's dissipating a little bit in our area, so that is good news. Some places are still reporting some patchy fog, and even if you don't see it on the map I'm going to show in a couple of minutes, that still means that you should drive with caution, though nonetheless we are seeing some patchy fog in our area. Right now, though, temperatures are in the 50s and 60s. It's 60 degrees at Tri-Cities Airport, 59 in Jonesville, and 55 in Wise. Now, if you're planning on doing any traveling today for the holiday weekend, well, temperatures in and around our area are all about the same, pretty consistent throughout the region. 60 degrees in Winston-Salem, 62 in Charlotte. We are expecting, though, to reach a high of about 80 degrees today, so not like that 67 you saw for your day yesterday. Now, of course, we've been mentioning the fog. Take a look. So in our area, it doesn't look like it's too bad, but take a look near Knoxville as well as near New Tazewell, even extending up near London. They're seeing some very significant fog, visibility down to about a quarter of a mile. So if you're going to drive anyway that area, make sure you use your fog lights, drive with some caution. I'll let you know, though, exactly what you can expect for the rest of your day today and what the Labor Day forecast is looking like coming up in just a few minutes. But for now, I'll give it back to you at the desk, Justin.
Sounds good. Thanks, Victoria. And on to our local headlines now. This morning, investigators in the Tri-Cities are still searching for the person who pulled the trigger in a deadly shooting in a supermarket parking lot. That shooting happened Friday afternoon at the Walmart on Volunteer Parkway in Bristol, Tennessee. Police have identified the victim as 43-year-old Michael Heatherly of Bristol. They tell us Heatherly was shot while he was getting into his car. Investigators have named 2 persons of interest in the case, but as of their latest update, no arrests have been made or charges filed in the case. They did tell us they believe this was a targeted shooting and that there's no danger to the public. The Bristol, Tennessee Police Department still needs your help, as we mentioned, and you can contact them with any information on this case at that number or that email address that you see on your screen. And good news for those who have plans to travel today or tomorrow in the Volunteer State. The Tennessee Department of Transportation says it is halting all lane closures for the holiday weekend. TDOT says they're postponing the closures in order to make Labor Day travel as smooth as possible. But even though they won't be closing any lanes today or tomorrow, TDOT does say that workers may still be present at some construction sites. They advise motorists to use caution when traveling through active roadwork zones. If you haven't made your way to Wetlands Water Park in Jonesboro yet this summer and you still want to, you still have a little bit of time left to do so. The water park will only be open for 2 more days. On Monday, it will close for the 2017 season. Today, Wetlands will be open from noon to 6 p.m. On Monday, the park will offer special last day pricing. Admission will be just $6 per person, while kids 3 and under will be able to get in for free. Wetlands will open from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. tomorrow. After that, you'll have to wait until next year. And happening today in Kingsport, a comedy favorite at the Lamplight Theater. The Foggy Valley Gang will present Foggy Went A-Courtin'. It's a humor-filled production that showcases the Gooden family as they search for true love and romance. That's happening today at the Lamplight Theater in downtown Kingsport. Admission is a suggested donation of $10 for adults, $5 for students, and free for children 5 and younger. Today's show will kick off at 3 o'clock this evening, and if you can't make today's performance, just visit their website for a list of future presentations. And coming up next on News Channel 11 and ABC Tri-Cities, a library in Massachusetts is fed up with people not paying fines for their overdue library books, and they are also fed up after someone paid with something other than cash. That's next.
And right now there's some fog in our area, but we are expecting today to be mostly dry in and around the Tri-Cities. I'll let you know just what you can expect for the rest of your day today, as well as what Labor Day is looking like coming up in just a few minutes.
Storm Team 11 meteorologist Victoria Cavalieri.
Good morning. Right now you're taking a live look over Johnson City. The sun has not risen just yet, but we are expecting it to rise in about 20 minutes or so. You can see some clouds in our area. Take a look at temperatures though, a little bit on the cool side. Right now it's 60 degrees at Tri-Cities Airport, 55 in Wise and 59 in Jonesville. If you're doing any traveling today, well, it's also 55 in Knoxville, 57 in Asheville, and 62 right now in Greenville. We are watching some fog in our area. Take a look near Knoxville as well as near New Tazewell. They are seeing some pretty significant fog, visibility down to about 1/4 of a mile. Also some low-level fog near the mountains as well as near Wise and Big Stone Gap. So if you're driving today, just make sure to take some caution as you head out the door early this morning. This fog will dissipate as the day continues. Right now, though, the radar is pretty quiet. No rain in sight. All that wet weather we saw yesterday has finally moved out of our area. Tropical Storm Harvey is finally out of this area for sure. Take a look at the forecast. We'll start out with temperatures in the mid-50s about 9 o'clock. You'll see that cloud cover, but as the day continues, we're looking at temperatures in the upper 70s, low 80s for the day today. Mix of sun and clouds by the time you get to the afternoon, keeping those temperatures pretty nice for the evening hours, around 70 degrees. For our day tomorrow, we'll start yet again with those temperatures in the 50s, but we'll quickly warm up to see temperatures in the mid-80s for your day tomorrow. I think you're going to see a little more sunshine for your day tomorrow. That is, of course, due to some high pressure that's been building in our area. That is great news, going to keep our Labor Day forecast really nice. For Tuesday, also trending pretty nice, but there is about a 40% rain chance. That's because this cold front is going to push in from the northwest. It's going to give us the chance for some scattered showers and storms, but most of this activity does look to be in the afternoon and evening hours. You can see by 7 o'clock, hasn't quite yet made its way into our area just yet. Of course, you still could see a scattered shower or storm in the afternoon, but it does look like this front approaches and then passes through into the overnight early morning hours for your day on Wednesday. That's going to give us a better chance for some wet weather all throughout the day on Wednesday, and this front is actually pretty strong, so it's going to serve to cool our temperatures down about 10 degrees. So if you have any outdoor plans though for your day today, this is how the day planner looks. We're definitely cool as you start your morning, but we'll warm up to about 71 degrees by noontime. That fog dissipates, then 78 degrees by about 5 o'clock. The high today is 80 degrees, fog to clouds, then some PM sunshine. Overnight tonight, we're going to keep it cool due to mostly clear skies, low of 56 degrees. And for your day tomorrow, definitely the best day, a great Labor Day forecast with a high of 84 degrees, warm and sunny. Summer has not left us just yet. Now take a look at the 7-day forecast. You'll notice the beginning of the week is trending warmer. We will cool things down for the end of the week as that front approaches our area. Wednesday, definitely the best day for some wet weather. About a 70% rain chance, not rain all day, but most of us will see some scattered showers and storms today on Wednesday. And then cooler temperatures. So I know Jordan loves the fall temperatures. She's the opposite of you, Justin. So she's going to like the end of the week. And I know you're going to like the beginning.
Yeah, I'm still holding on to summer here.
Yeah.
I love fall, but I'm looking forward to a few more days of some of those hot temperatures and the sun, because
I
feel like we've gotten a lot of rain recently. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of looking for that.
Definitely.
Looking for that sun, definitely.
Yeah, and you'll definitely see it today in the afternoon and for sure for your day tomorrow.
Okay, awesome. And Labor Day is awesome, like you're saying, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, thank you, Victoria. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
And a library in Massachusetts is fed up with people not paying fines for their overdue library books. And to make matters worse, someone paid their fines with, get this, Chuck E. Cheese and Bonkers tokens. The bookkeeper at the library says at first she counted 3 tokens before realizing they weren't actual money. So the library posted a message on Facebook asking patrons to stop trying to pay fines and printing fees with game tokens. The message also let people know that they cannot accept Canadian coins either. And after the break, Kane O'Neill has this morning's sports wrap. The ETSU Buccaneers not only kicked off the 2017 football season last night, they also played their first game in their brand new stadium. Kane has the details of the Bucs' head-to-head battle with Limestone College, plus the contenders for this week's Play of the Week. Kane will have those stories and more after the break. Stay with us.
Now, News Channel 11 Sports with Kane O'Neill.
Mother Nature has quite a sense of humor. Fans wanted an outdoor stadium, and on the opening night, with the mini dome in the distance, it rained. But that didn't dampen the spirits of the Bucks in the crowd on Saturday night. 9,530 fans on hand to watch ETSU break in the new stadium against Limestone. Bucks wasting no time on their first possession. Austin Herring going deep down the near sideline for Andrew Hayward, making the catch in stride and into the end zone for the 43-yard score, the first touchdown at the new stadium. Bucks up 7-0 after one. ETSU continuing its aerial assault. Herring this time going deep down the far sideline for Anthony Spagnoletti. This one a 45-yarder. Herring setting a school record, completing his first 15 passes. Bucks up 14-0. Final minute of the half, Jawan Stinson leaping into the end zone for the 3-yard score. Bucks led 21-3 at the half and sealed this one in the second. Herring hitting Vincent Lowe, shaking off a defender, and nothing but green ahead, 25 yards to the house. Bucks win their season opener against Limestone 31-10. Kenny Hawkins was at Saturday's game and filed this report.
Thanks a lot, Kane. Mother Nature threatened to rain on the Buccaneers parade, but they still shine through by beating Limestone 31-10 on the opening night of their brand new stadium.
This is a special night because none of us will ever have it again. I mean, this is the only brand new stadium we'll ever be in our lifetime. So to get a win and see how well we played, especially the first half, was really, really exciting. We couldn't have played much better the first half on both sides of the ball.
And leading the Buccaneer attack was Austin Herrick. The quarterback was perfect all the way into the second half, going 15-15. That set a new school record.
I felt really comfortable out there. You know, this is our third year in this offense, and with pretty much all the same guys around me. So I think we all felt really comfortable out there, and all the work we put in this offseason, you know, was paying off tonight.
It felt amazing. I was glad it was like on the student section side too, so I felt all the energy, and I seen the people standing right there. I was just trying to get hyped with them. Austin's a very good quarterback, so like it was like in tune. It worked very perfect.
We'll try to enjoy it till about after church tomorrow, so about 2 o'clock. If you don't have nightmares tonight about James Madison, we'll try to enjoy it that long, but you know, we know what's in store.
That's right, the same JMU team that won the national championship last season. Reporting from William B. Green Jr. Stadium, Kenny Hawkins, News Channel 11 Sports.
Appalachian State in Athens last night, opening its season against Georgia. Bulldogs striking first in this one. Nick Chubb taking the handoff, makes a cut and into the end zone for the touchdown. Georgia up 7-0 after one. Early in the second, Jake Fromm dropping back, drilled as he throws this one up, but Javon Wins going up, making the grab, turning and stretching in for the score. Bulldogs up 14-0. Mountaineers held off the scoreboard until the fourth quarter. Taylor Lamb doesn't see anything he likes, so taking off, room to run, and getting spun into the end zone for the 20-yard QB keeper. But just too much from the Bulldogs. App State falls 31-10. Emory and Henry opening its season Saturday afternoon against Ferrum. Neither team found the end zone in the first. Wasps cracking the scoreboard first with this 24-yarder from Matt Seals. E&H up 3-0. Wasps defense swarming Ferrum all afternoon. Check this out, former Tennessee High Viking Jaden Rosenborough on the coverage. Knocks it in the air, and Jalen Johnson reels it in for the spectacular interception. Take another look. That is teamwork, but just too much from the Panthers Saturday. Brian Mann taking the handoff and getting in from 3 yards out. Panthers claw past the Wasps 13-8. It's time to look at our three contenders for our Week 3 play of the week. Number one coming from Daniel Boone. Charlie Cole, a beast Friday night, breaking 3 tackles there, breaks another, and then how on earth does he stay up after that hit? Down the sideline to the end zone for the touchdown. Just phenomenal. Number two coming from Union and the top recruit in the area, James Mitchell. There's a reason everybody wants this kid. Takes the punt off the bounce, making everybody miss, getting out to the far sideline. He only had one more guy to beat, and you know he ain't getting stopped. 85 yards to the house for the punt return. And number three from the big rivalry game, Science Hill DB, Jalen Adams, doing Jalen Adams things, shakes off a tackler, turns and fires this one into the end zone for the touchdown. Go to WJHL.com, click on the Sports tab, and find the Week 3 Play of the Week story and cast your vote. To the track qualifying for the Bojangles Southern 500 at Darlington Saturday. And it's Kevin Harvick capturing the pole, turning a lap in 27.669 seconds, going 177.730 miles an hour. It's Harvick's 4th pole win of the season. Martin Truex Jr. will start in second today, with Kyle Busch starting in third. And a really cool moment at the USC Western Michigan game Saturday night. Long snapper Jake Olson, blind since he was 12 years old, coming into the game in the fourth quarter for the final extra point. He's guided onto the field by his teammate Chase McGrath, ref making sure he's lined up where he needs to be. And then the snap, of course, perfect. Teammates loving it and helping him get off the field. Gotta love sports. With your Sports Wrap, I'm Kane O'Neill.
We'll have a final look at weather with meteorologist Victoria Cavalieri coming up after the break. Stay right there. All right, welcome back. We have meteorologist Victoria Cavalieri here with us. Victoria, how is the week looking for us?
Yeah, so Justin, we definitely saw a cooler day yesterday. High of 67 only for the day yesterday.
Out there yesterday.
I
It was
know.
chilly.
Kane was complaining. He said it was cold outside. We actually were 16 degrees below what we normally see for our day yesterday. So the good news is that we're coming back to normal temperatures for Sunday and Monday. Today we're looking at a high of about 80 degrees with a mix of sun and clouds. Still some fog right now in our area. And for your day tomorrow, though, shaping up to be really nice. 84 degrees with a lot of sunshine. Tuesday as well isn't too bad. We're going to see more sunshine for the beginning of the day, then some rain as the front approaches. And look at that temperature drop, 81 to 71. That's a pretty big temperature drop in the middle of the week, so you'll definitely notice that as the week continues. And then the latter part of the week, we're staying below normal with our temperatures, so temperatures in the low 70s. Still that rain chance Wednesday into Thursday, but it looks like next weekend clears up as well. I know everybody, of course, watches the weekend forecast. If it rains during the week, nobody really cares, but definitely going to see some rain for your day on Wednesday with those cooler temperatures coming for the end of the week. So far, not too bad. We're going to continue to monitor the weekend forecast. That's still a little bit iffy right now. We could get into a little bit of an unsettled pattern, so we'll watch that for you right now. But today and tomorrow, Justin, are looking really nice.
Okay, and that 10-degree drop is pretty sharp.
Yeah,
Why
it is pretty sharp. Yeah, there's a really strong cold front that's going to move through our area, so we're going to see some scattered showers for sure.
Okay, well, thank you, Victoria. We'll have more news and weather coming up on News Channel 11 at 7. We'll see you there.